Factoring out a GCF. After watching this video, I will be able to factor a polynomial using the greatest common factor. So given this polynomial, I want to pull out whatever is common, but not just any number, but the highest factors possible. So I'm going to focus on my numbers first. So I have 24, 56, and 24. So I want to see what would be the biggest factor for these. And I think that it could possibly be 8 because I know that 24 can be divided by 8. I know that 56 could be divided by 8, so that's going to work. So I'm going to factor out a number 8. And then I want to look at my variables. So I see that I have y in all of them. So I want to see the highest possible y I can take out. Because there's only one y in this one, that is the highest I can take out from all other terms because I don't have enough y's on the last term. So I'm going to take out one y because that is the only thing that's common. And then I'm going to see the x's, and my last term has no x, so that means it's not common to everything. So you have to be very careful that you don't pull out stuff that isn't common to everything. So 8y would be my GCF, and I'm going to see what's left when I take out the 8y. So 24 divided by 8 is 3. Y to the third divided by y is just y to the second because you subtract exponents. Remember your law of exponents. And then x to the seventh because there's nothing to take out. Negative 56 divided by 8 gives me negative 7. If I take out one y, I'm left with y squared. And then x squared because I didn't do anything with the x's. 24 divided by 8 gives me 3, so plus 3. And then I take out one y, so that means there's no more y's left. So everything on the inside of my term, if I were to multiply it out using distribution property, I would end up back to my original so I can check my answer. So again, I want to focus on my numbers. So I want to find a number or a factor that's common to 18, 30, and 24. So because I know my times tables, I know that 6 is my best option. And then I'm going to see what number can I take out, what variable I can take out. So I see that I have at least one m in all of my terms, so I can take out at least one m. And then I'm going to see what's left over. So 18 divided by 6 gives me 3. M divided by m, well, I factored one out, so it's gone, nothing else, and I move on to the next term. So 30 divided by 6, well, that gives me 5. M squared divided by m, so I keep the base, subtract exponents, so that leaves me with just 1. And then the other n because I didn't do anything with it. 24 divided by 6, that gives me 4. I take out 1m, or I factor out 1m, so I'm left with 1. And then n to the third because I really didn't do anything with the n's. Again, remember you can always double check your work by distributing to see if you did it correctly. If I were to multiply, I would end up back to the original. So now you try factor out the greatest common factor. Okay, so if I just look at my numbers, I have 90, 10, and 70, and I should know that the greatest common factor would be 10. Option D is the only one that's giving me 10 as an option, and I could take out at least one r from each term, so 10r, and then that means D would be my correct answer.